Guys, welcome back to Nerd Mania. If you're new here, please consider like and subscribing, maybe sharing the video, leaving me a comment below on anything you see here that you might like to pick up or you've picked up in the last month. I haven't been uploading a lot recently, I'll admit that. It's been a busy couple of months. If I haven't been at work, I've been away for work a couple of times. Basketball season's approaching, and as I've said on here before, and you're probably tired of hearing it, I do play basketball. So I've been putting some effort into training for that. And I've had a convention as well. So it's been a really tough month. I did record a video on bootlegs. I mentioned it in one of my last videos. I was recording a video around movie bootlegs and my thoughts on them. That's still coming. Unfortunately, the original one I recorded is corrupted and I can't use it. But it will be coming soon. Sorry if there's any buzzing going on. I've recently redone my fish tank, which you can just see off the side here. I've put a new filter in and it's a little bit loud. I don't know if it'll come through on the audio or not. But this is my September movie and figure haul. And figure-wise, it's another Joe heavy month. I have one figure that's not Joe, otherwise all Joes. But next month is a really different month. I've got some high-end figures, some hot toys and some other high-end import figures. I've said for the last couple of months now, I'm really slowing down on my figure collecting. Saying that, I do also have a convention haul. Like I said, I've been to a convention, so I have a convention haul, small convention haul of the figures I picked up there. I've got some really good deals. But yeah, next month there's some hot toys. There's a black series. I haven't had a black series in a long time. And some other stuff, but this month is nearly all Joe's again. Joe is the one line that I'm collecting heavy at the moment, and yeah, so I've got a few Joe's and actually most of these are older Joe's as well, where I'm filling in gaps. But there are one or two newer ones there as well. Next month, I can already tell you there's at least one Joe, maybe two in the next month's one as well, but some black series, some hot toys and some other stuff. Movie wise, I've only got a handful as well this month. And I've got a book that I want to share with you as well. So we'll crack on with the movies. Yeah, so we'll start with the movies, and actually we'll start with a book. I've only got one book, and it is The Batman. This is before The Batman. It's an original novel, and it's based around the Robert Pattinson Batman universe. Can't tell you a lot about it. I haven't read it yet. I don't know if this is like his origin story or if they're just going to skip over that as far as and just come in where and this is just like an earlier story of him trying to find someone. I'll let you know once I've read it what it's about, but this is a nice little hardback book, Batman before the movie, based around the Robert Pattinson universe. So we'll now crack on with the movies. I've got a couple of Steelbooks here this month, and a couple of new releases, and then a couple of older movies that I've picked up. I don't think I have any imports this month, which makes a change. No imports. So we'll start with the older ones. And I went for a stage where I was trying to watch the British rom-coms. Don't ask me why. I think I caught the end of Notting Hill on TV one day, and I was thinking, oh, there's a lot of the English rom-coms that I haven't seen, including Four Weddings and a Funeral. Probably one of the most famous British rom-coms. So I picked this one up and watched it, and I've got to say I didn't enjoy it as much as Notting Hill. Notting Hill I find quite charming. This not so much. I found it a little bit annoying, really. Maybe if I'd seen it earlier, I would have maybe had a bit more thing with it. I can't think of a word, but I found Andy McDowell's character very annoying, and I really didn't want Hugh Grant to end up with her, but he did. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. But yeah, that's Four Weddings and a Funeral. And this isn't a British rom-com, but while I was on that sort of train, it's another very famous rom-com that I've never seen, and that's When Harry Met Sally. I don't think the disc's in here. No, it's not. It's in my player at the moment. But this I enjoyed, but again, I don't really get the hype. I think I've seen better rom-coms than this. Maybe when this came out, there wasn't so many, but it was enjoyable. And like I say, I picked this and I picked Notting Hill up. Not very expensive, but they were okay. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate there. But rom-coms, I've always kind of quite enjoyed rom-coms. But those two just really didn't hit the spot for me. The other two movies I've got here are pickups from CEX. So again, I've got to work to get the stickers off. But this is Deja Vu, Denzel Washington. Again, I've been going through a bit of a Denzel Washington stage recently. And for some reason, I didn't have this on Blu-ray. I know I had it on DVD, but I went to watch the Blu-ray and I didn't have it. And the second movie I picked up here, I mucked up on. When thinking of Deja Vu, this popped into my head as well next with Nicolas Cage. So I picked this up as well. And I've already got it. I very rarely do that. I very rarely pick up movies that I already have. Even though I've got thousands of movies, this one, picking up movies I already have, I don't really do. I've done it with Forrest Gump and Jerry Maguire before, and I don't know how I did that. And now next as well. So I'm going to move this on. I've got a friend who'll probably quite like this, so I'll give that to them. And that leaves me with 3 new releases. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything for this month. I feel like I might be missing something. Guys, thought I'd jump in and interrupt quick. I said I'd missed something. I knew I'd missed something. As soon as I went to put my movies away after recording, I spotted what I'd missed. No Hard Feelings, Jennifer Lawrence. This is a teen comedy movie, still sealed. I haven't even opened this yet, but I have watched the film. Very funny, worth a watch. Jennifer Lawrence not doing something different. I've not really seen her in a role like this before, but I enjoyed it. If you're into your very American Pie, kind of an American Pie sort of style movie, you know, the pretty girl dating the not so popular male trope. But yeah, very good. And the other 2 things I picked up this month that I forgot were the first 2 DVDs in the One Piece anime. I watched the live action on Netflix, thoroughly enjoyed it, thought it's one of the best TV shows of the year so far. Wanted to give the anime a go. This is a big undertaking. It's over 1,000 episodes. These were on special offer in HMV, I think buy one get one free or something like that, or they're normally £25 a season. They had them £12 each or something, so I picked up the first 2 there in the series of One Piece. I'll see if I can get along with it in anime, but yeah, they're the 2 I missed. So back to your normal programming. Thanks, bye. The first one is Fast and the Furious 10, the 10th in the Fast and Furious franchise, obviously. What can I say? These movies just get more and more over the top, but they're enjoyable. I enjoy them. If you've watched this, they really throw the star power at this, including Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa's character in this makes me want to see what he'd do as a live-action Joker. You might think, what the fuck are you talking about? But seriously, the way he acts, the way he is, kind of gives me Joker vibes. If you've seen this and you see what I mean, please let me know. And if you've seen this and you think I'm talking rubbish, also please let me know below. And that leaves me with 2 more new releases, and these are both Steelbooks. First up, I have Miles Morales Across the Spider-Verse. And this is the 4K Steelbook of the movie. Really nice Steelbook. There. Would I've normally bought the Steelbook for this? Yeah, animation's something that really benefits from 4K, and I have the original Miles Morales on 4K as well, so quite happy with that. And then my last new release, and this is a film that I know a lot of people don't like, but I enjoyed it. Brought back childhood memories because of Michael Keaton. It's The Flash, and this is the HMV exclusive Steelbook, I believe. I think this is the cover I preferred the most, so this is the one I went with. There's the back there, that's lovely, I like that. And then inside you've got that, and I believe behind the discs, I think it might actually be Keaton's Batman. It is, yeah, there you go. So again, another really nice Steelbook, even though many people might not like the film, the Steelbook is beautiful. I don't really buy a lot of Steelbooks. I don't buy everything on Steelbook. Sometimes it saves money, obviously, to just pick up the standard edition. And if I don't feel it'll benefit from Steelbook, or the Steelbook the cover doesn't really do it for me, I won't worry. But this was a beautiful Steelbook. I have actually got a Steelbook next year. Probably will get a Steelbook next year, but I have a Steelbook next month as well, and that one's lovely as well. But this is the Flash. So yeah, that's it for my movies. Like I said, not a lot this month, just a few pickups. I have a few pickups for next month already. I'm not sure if I have anything else coming in before the end of the month. But like I say, Christmas is coming up. Trying to slow down a little bit, try and sort some stuff out. But that's the... so not many movies coming in at the moment, and not many action figures either. But again, pre-orders are always rolling in. And one pre-order that rolled in this month figure-wise, and is not G.I. Joe, is the Transformers bombshell here, the Insecticon. This completes the trio. If I remember, I'll put up a picture of all my Insecticons together. But here he is. This is the bombshell, the final piece of the puzzle, the third Insecticon. This was part of their Legacy line. But it's the same figures as their Siege lines, those kind of molds. And yeah, Bombshell was the final one I needed to complete the Insecticons, and it's the final Transformers Studio Series Siege figure that I have on pre-order at the moment. There's no more coming out that I have on order at the moment. Saying that, I do have a Transformer in next month's haul, which you'll see, but it's not one of these. But yeah, this is beautiful. I wanted to complete the Insecticons, and here he is, Bombshell. And that leaves me just with Joe's. And I've got two here that are still in box, so I'll share those first, and then I've got 4 that I've already opened up. So the first one is the Cobra Ill. Struggled to get hold of this guy. He was difficult to get hold of. I luckily managed to grab an import from Kapow Toys, I believe, or In Demand. I can't remember which one. Both very good websites. So if you're after one of these, I believe it was Kapow I got this off, actually. I haven't opened him yet, but yeah, he's got beautiful box art, number 81 in the line. So that's the Cobra Ill. Looking forward to opening him up and having a look. Just because of the way they're piled up, actually, I'll show you a loose figure next, because it kind of goes hand in hand with the Cobra Ill. And that was my Torpedo turned up at last. And the way the light's glaring, it kind of looks like sunlight glinting off his goggles, and I really like that. Here's his spear gun. It keeps falling out when I put it in his backpack, so I'm going to put that in his hand. But yeah, that's Torpedo. Another really nice figure there from G.I. Joe. Really loving this line, and every time I think, do I slow down on G.I. Joe? They put some more out that look really good. So yeah, a few more of these on pre-order to come in, but that's the Torpedo there from G.I. Joe. What else do we have? I have an older one here, one that I hadn't picked up before. It's not a figure I particularly know. I've said that before, that if it's a character I don't really know, I will not tend to pick them up, or unless it's a character design that really I really like. Recently, Hasbro Pulse have put up the Wolf Spider for pre-order. Not a character I know, but I really like the design of the character, so I picked this one up. This is one that I left originally, but it was on special offer, so I decided to pick it up, and I'm actually kind of glad I did. This is Zorana, and this is a really, really nice looking figure. She does have interchangeable hair. My Torpedo's just taken a nosedive off of the desk down there. So she has interchangeable hair. I haven't got the other hair here to hand. I forgot to pick it up. She has this really cool gun with like a saw blade at the end. Yeah, just a really cool looking little figure. Really glad I picked this one up. Like I say, it was a special offer. I think I paid £10, something like that for it. Again, from either Kapow or In Demand Toys. One of my favourite figures here. Really like this one. And this is Rock and Roll. I'm a little bit behind on this line. On this wave. This wave took a while to come in for me. But yeah, Rock and Roll here, looking really meaty, big gun. Love the tattoo on the hand there, which you can put in front of his face and make it look like he's got like a skull mouth. Yeah, it's just a really cool figure, Rock and Roll there from G.I. Joe. Leaves me with one more loose and one boxed, and the loose is the figure I've been waiting for since the line was announced. And if you know, I've said it on this channel time and time again, this is the Joe that for me was the one that as soon as they announced it, I was like, I want Snake Eyes and I want this guy, and it's Shipwreck. Yeah, really cool figure. Was part of from the small amount of Joe I did see when I was young. Shipwreck was one that always jumped to my memory. So I was so happy, such a distinctive voice. Really happy to have him in the collection. And one of the better figures as well, which is cool. I'm glad they did him justice with this. And he comes with a parrot. I like it when they come with nice accessories, and this guy really does. His guns are painted well, and yeah, really happy to at last have Shipwreck in the collection. And that leaves me with one more figure for this month. And again, this was a special offer, something I wasn't going to pick up, but I picked up the Cobra Viper figure last month. I showed that in last month's haul, and I was really blown away by the figure. And it was a repaint of one of the figures in this pack, which is the Blue Ninjas 2-pack. I got this for, again, a steal. I think I paid £20 from Comics and Cocktails, another great website. It has the figure, the Viper's a repaint of, and it also has the Blue Ninja, which is a repaint of the Red Ninja, which was a great figure. So I haven't opened this again, another figure I haven't opened yet, but really happy to have this one now. Will look good on my Cobra Army shelf when I eventually get that fitted. I keep talking about how I've redone this display behind me. You get a little spoiler there, one of the hot toys that I've got for next month. The other ones, I've got another one below me that you can't see, and one of the Transformers is down there that you can't see either. I have started on my display that you don't see on camera, the one that's not off camera, and I've done one of the displays. I bought some doll stands and just cut them down, and they work brilliant for like the 7-inch sort of figures, but not so well for the 6-inch. I was hoping someone on Facebook had this really cool looking Joe display where they bought doll stands that they got off AliExpress, I believe, and they work brilliantly with G.I. Joes, and I just thought that's brilliant, because where my cabinet is, everything always seems to fall over, and it's really annoying. To the fact that I put a Black Series display in there the other day, shut the door to go and do something, and I just had boom, 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 as they all fell over, and I was like, I can't be bothered, so I just threw all the figures in there, haven't touched it again since. But it's coming along, and once that's done, I might give you a little tour of my collection, and it's set up at the moment. Like I've said before, I don't have a lot of room to display my figures. I've got the 3 Deltoffs behind me, what's on top, and then 2 Deltoffs and what's on top in another area in the house, and that's really all I've got for displaying my action figures. I could really do with a lot more space, but it is what it is. And I'm thinking, because of that, I'm thinking of maybe selling some bits off and just keeping the bits that really I really like fit into my collection. I've probably said this before. This cabinet behind me was just at one point chocker block, and it just didn't look great. And I've sort of emptied bits out, filled bits out, and then redone it. And I'm really happy with how this looks at the moment. There's a couple of shelves down the bottom that I've got to rearrange still. But this top section, really happy with it. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing, isn't it? Be happy with your own collection. Don't worry what other people have. But yeah, that's it for this month. Like I say, I've got to. The bootleg movie video is still coming. Unfortunately, the file's corrupted, so I've got to re-record that. I've got a Comic-Con haul coming. I'll share some pictures of the Comic-Con there as well. I cosplayed for the first time in a few years. I actually cosplayed for that, so I'll share some pictures of that. And I picked up four figures, so I'll share those as well in my Comic-Con haul. It was WinterCon, which is in Eastbourne in the UK. It's a small independent. Most conventions in the UK are independent. It was a small convention in the UK, but it's such a fun weekend. They have an after party on the Saturday night before the Sunday, and it's just got a real family vibe. Not the guests aren't. They only have like 3 or 4 guests, and most of them are real sort of lower tier celebrities. Nothing wrong with that. And some of those are the nicest people to talk to. Sorry, my doorbell's just gone. I will be back in a second. Hi guys, sorry my doorbell went while I was recording. That's why an abrupt stop. Can't remember where I was, but just a quick roundup. Comic-Con haul coming up, bootleg movie discussion coming up, and probably my October movie haul coming up very soon as well. October haul. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, like I said at the beginning. All helps the channel, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.